Hey, hello. Wow, it has sure been quite some time, hasn't it? It has sure been quite a few weeks. Here I am. I'm in my new apartment. Uh, if you don't know me, my name is Elle Palmer. I am a female to male, a female detransitioner. But here's what I'm talking about today. Uh, I moved finally back to my college town. I've been talking about this for quite some time. Obviously, I had to move home because of Corona, and uh, it's been rough living there again when I wasn't expecting to. It's been really hard. I've been really depressed pretty much the entire time I was there. And coming back to my college town, it's very obvious the difference. I instantly felt so much better the second that I started driving through town. And actually having my own apartment, my own space to decorate the way that I want, to cook in my own kitchen, to sleep in my own area, my own bed, like my own. There's no one else here. There's four other people living on this side of the apartment. Three other people. I'm the fourth. I It's amazing. It's all, I'm an adult. Like, it's all me. This is me. This is my life. I'm an adult and it feels great. But I wanted to talk about something else today. As you can tell from the title. So, my detransition is over. What does that mean? I know I made a video a few weeks ago saying my detransition will probably never be over. It'll probably never end because I have so much stuff to do still. But aside from that, the fact that I once lived as trans means that I will probably never be able to forget and move on in some way. And in a way, that's true, but I think that's a very pessimistic outlook, considering it hasn't even been a year since I stopped identifying as a guy. Actually, in a week, it was a year. So I thought, wow, okay, this is kind of perfect timing for me to make this video, I think. Here's the thing. A year ago, I had a full beard. I was going by the name Luke. Everyone I met, I told them, my name's Luke, and I go by he, him if they ask. But they usually didn't, because I looked like a guy, and I passed very well. I lived as a man. For at least 2 years, never had anyone assume that I was trans, ever, off of first glance. I had to tell them, and even when I told them, they usually didn't believe me because of how well I passed. And this isn't me like humble bragging, like that's not really something I'm proud of or something that I should feel some sort of pride for. It's actually kind of the opposite. But 1 year ago, I sat myself down and I realized this is not making me happy. This is not improving my quality of life. This is not. Jesus Christ. Sorry. But 1 year ago, I sat down and I thought, this is not making me happy. This is not improving my quality of life. This is not a net positive. And especially when it comes to romantic relationships, which I have been concerned with, considering my age, it seems pertinent. I'm 20. So I figured it was time to stop. And I Googled trans men that stop testosterone because of hair loss. That's the reason that I told myself. That's the reason I told myself I was stopping, because I was losing my hair and I was going bald. And that was a big concern at the time. But it wasn't the only thing. Looking back, I know I had so many mixed feelings about it that I just didn't want to examine yet. But that was the moment I decided to stop being trans and detransition. And for months, many months, I kind of figured there would never come a time in my life where I looked like a woman again. And I kind of figured there would never be a time in my life where I was able to go outside and be comfortable in the world as a woman. And that's kind of been my experience in a way, up until recently. But a lot of that has been my own doing, is the thing. Relearning how to see yourself in the mirror and how to process that image of you when for the past 5 years you've been trying to convince yourself that you are a guy and that you look like a guy and that other people see a guy, and for the most part that was true for half of that time. It's a mind fuck. It's hard to adjust to. It's insanely hard to look in the mirror and have this disconnect and not know how to feel about the way that you look. I mean, I'm sure that's relatable to pretty much everyone, but it is kind of hard to experience looking so drastically different and then having to regret what you did to look that way. After being in quarantine for so long is the thing. I was in quarantine for maybe 3 months before I actually went out and did anything. Before I even went anywhere, pretty much. And then I saw a friend, and it was fine, and I was so terrified, but seeing her made me realize how important seeing people is to my well-being. Like, interacting with people, meeting people, talking to people, just seeing my friends, being around my friends. That is so important to me. It's such a big thing that makes me thrive. And after seeing her, I think that was in June, I just thought, okay, I can't wait to be back in my college town. Have to start, figuring that out. But I still had 2 more months to wait. This is my 5th day back in my college town, and this is my 2nd day in my apartment. And I can just say there is a immediate and drastic difference in the way that I feel. This is what I needed. And I was really having a hard time differentiating my feelings about everything with my feelings about living at home. My feelings about detransition and about the state of the world and everything. So many of those just stemmed from being in an uncomfortable living situation, and so glad for me to get out of. So my detransition is over. And I say that because I'm ready to move on to other things, better things, bigger things. Things that aren't just centering me. Things that center other people, other issues, my beliefs on other things, my thoughts, my opinions, what I like to do in my spare time, You know, I don't want to spend any more time talking about this when I don't need to, because I feel good. Here's the difference in how I feel. For a long time, I thought I'm never, ever going to be comfortable as a woman. I'm never going to pass. I'm never going to find, I don't know. I felt that I was too late. It was too late for me. I was transitioning for so long, and how could I ever go back? You know, 3 years on testosterone, how could I ever go back? But a year later, things look pretty good for me. I haven't changed much on that list of stuff that I still want to do for my detransition, but my list has been revised. So what's changed? What's changed between the video I made a few weeks ago, a month ago maybe, and now? What has changed? Well, that's a very good question. I've moved. And that was the first thing that I needed to do to feel better. All right. Check that off. Check that off the checklist. Okay, we're good. We moved. All right. That's a good first step. I started school again. I started college. All right. I'm going to school. I'm taking 19 credits. I'm going to be busy as hell. And it's going to be great. I'm going to be kept stimulated. My brain needs to be clinging on to something at all times. So having school to focus on, that's going to be very helpful. Okay, so what else? Here's one. You may remember at the end of my I have been struggling video, I came out as a lesbian, and I also came out on Twitter. Turns out I'm not a lesbian. Turns out I'm actually bisexual, which I've kind of known since I was 11. And I did like a guy earlier this year, but I kind of, for a while, thought maybe I'm a lesbian. No, I'm not a lesbian. I'm not. I like girls, but I got a boyfriend. He's straight. That's not clear. So here's the thing. Other people clearly see me differently than I see myself. And that's something I have to work on with a therapist. And that's not going to get better from talking to an audience about it on YouTube. No offense. Thank you for watching. But this is not good for my mental health to keep doing this. To keep rehashing the things that I've talked about. It's not good for me to sit and ruminate on the detransition. I'm done with that. I'm done. I don't need to think about it anymore. I don't want to. And if I do, it's going to be in therapy. Because there are some things that I need to work through with a professional, clearly. But as far as putting it out for an audience, putting it out to be judged, putting it out there permanently so that everything I say about it is going to be immortalized on the internet. That's pretty scary. It's a lot of pressure. It's not what I want to be doing right now with where I'm at in my life. But, surprise, I'm starting a podcast soon. If you want to know more about it, follow my Twitter, where it will be announced. I might make a video about it too, eventually, but if you want updates on that, follow my Twitter. It's LPalmer1, and yeah, that should be good. It's going to be fun. It's not going to be about detransitioning, which is the thing. It's going to be about politics and other issues, pertinent issues in our society as we know it. So we're going to be talking about that. I'm doing it with a co-host. I won't reveal anything else yet. Got to get the details nailed down. We don't know our first episode date yet. We don't even really know the name yet, but we're starting one, and it's going to be great. So that'll be good. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I got a boyfriend, right? That's pretty cool. And I really don't think that the way that I am, the way I look, that's not going to affect the quality of my life. So I might as well just live and keep living and stop ruminating on all this shit that doesn't matter. It'll be good. Things are good. Things are good in my life. Things are good. I just think it's time. And what a fitting time it is. A year of detransitioning, and I have everything I thought I wouldn't. And it's only getting better. It's only getting better. I'm only getting older. I'm getting smarter. My brain's developing. It's great. My own apartment. It's pretty exciting. So, yeah, that's it. So about YouTube, I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do from now on. I don't just want to stop making videos. I really don't. And I think I have some ideas for other things, but I also just, it's been hard because I'm trying to figure out, everything else in my life, but I also want to figure out, what do you guys like to watch? What is the balance between what you guys want to watch and what the YouTube algorithm wants me to make? Because it wants me to make things about detransitioning, I think. But is there a balance between what I want to share online, what I want to put out there, and what people want to watch? I don't know. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to work on some ideas. I'm going to be really busy with school cuz I have so many classes. It's going to be a lot, but I don't want to just stop. I want to keep putting out videos cuz a lot of you guys that I've seen, you like the videos where I'm happy and I'm doing something or just talking and I seem happy. And I appreciate that. I appreciate those comments. Those make me smile. And I'm glad that you guys like to see that. So from now on, if I'm happy a lot, I'm going to put it on YouTube. I'm going to be happier on YouTube. I'm going to be happier. It's going to be clear. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a video with my boyfriend. That would be so weird. That would not be... I don't know if I'd feel comfortable putting that right next to life as a man versus life as a woman. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable with that. But we'll see. I don't know if he'd feel comfortable with that. Anyways, I'm ready to close the chapter on the detransition. And if I ever have anything else to say, I'll say it on Twitter. But I could make a video, maybe. I just don't want that to be what's expected. So I thought I would make this. I'm closing the chapter. I'm done talking about it all the time. I'm done. So it's good. All right. I'm going to go. I have friends coming over later. I got to get ready. I've got to clean a little bit. It's a little bit of a mess in here. But thank you for watching. Thank you so much to all of my Patreon supporters. Woo. I think I might change the perk to $5. You get bonus content. I'm not sure how much bonus content I'm going to be posting from now on. But if you want to join my Patreon for $5, you can get access to all of the extra bonus videos that I've made. I've made quite a few since in the past month-ish, month and a half, 2 months, I don't know. And I will be making more. Whenever I make a new YouTube video, I will upload some bonus content. So, if you would like, check that out. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you in the next video. Whenever that may be. I'm not sure. Goodbye.